Today we are going to be recapping and reacting to a bunch of things going on within the MMA world recently. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's start off with this post that you see right here, right now. Which UFC division is more stacked right now, 155 or 170? Now, 170 has been a big topic of conversation for a little while now, and it went from like the most entitled, least active division that there was into something that is like beyond incredibly exciting. I still give it to 135 though, man. I think 135 is the toughest division in combat sports history. But what's weird about this is 155 has actually been surpassed. I wouldn't have thought that would be the case in a long time. 170 is just way more interesting right now. Makhachev being in the division, Ian Gary, Michael Morales, Kamaru Usman still around, Carlos Prates being on a roll, Sean Brady's still great. Like, 155 is still great, but I think welterweight is officially taking the cake. Let's see what a couple people had to say about this, okay? Thing with 155 is half of them are retiring in 1 to 2 years. 170 is legit and younger, younger and hungrier fighters. Yeah, I'd say 155 has a lot more high-profile fights at this point. But even the guys like in the unranked area of 155 is still really, really great. The UFC's in a great spot besides besides the bantamweight division and the women's division and the heavyweight division. Light heavyweight, I'm not particularly too interested in except for the very, very top fighters, but the rest of the UFC, man, even middleweight's come a long way. 170 has 4 active former champions in the rankings going at each other and a new dominant champ. Let that sink in. Yeah, JDM, Bilal, Leon, Usman, those are all great, man. And you have amazing contenders. A lot of great contenders that are so great that you would pick them over the former champs, which is insane. We love to see it. Man, the UFC is in such a good spot, like, talent-wise right now. There's always bound to be one guy. I wish Colby would fight a little bit more, man, because he, unfortunately, I don't think that he deserves to be in the rankings at this point in his career. Let's continue on over to another reply over here. 170 has the most balanced level of skill in the entire sport. I don't know. I still think I give it to 135. It has the most complete fighters. It has the most incredible fighters. It has, I think it has the most, like, potential champions in there. It's just you have one guy dominating the greatest division in combat sports history. That's just my opinion. I still give it to 135, man. I am so excited for what's to come. Let's continue on over to the next topic over here in Full Send MMA. Tracy Cortez reveals the weirdest fan interaction she's ever had. I was eating with my family and a fan asked for a photo, then he stood there while we ate for 45 minutes. Oh boy. Let's hear what she has to say.
So, the most weirdest is, like, I was eating, and then a fan comes, they're like, oh my God, you're Tracy, can I get a photo? And I was like, yeah, sure. Literally, like, burger in my mouth. I was like, okay, like, and then...
Dude, I don't understand why people bother famous people when they're eating. I just can't imagine, like, being, hey, this is so cool. I know they're spending a lot of time eating with their family right now or their friends. I'm going to go bother them and ask them for a picture.
Take a photo, and I'm like, okay, like, you know, I'm with the family.
Yeah.
And he just stands there for like 45 plus minutes.
45 minutes?
For
Why wouldn't you tell him to, like, to put it nicely, kick rocks? Why wouldn't you say that to him?
the longest time.
Like, as you're eating?
As I'm
finishing your
eating,
burger?
like, I had just got my meal, and we're all talking, and like, he like would butt in the conversation, and I'm just like,
Oh, one of those guys, eh? He's either shooting his shot or he's just one of those guys that is so blissfully unaware of the world that they think they can just fit in anywhere. In reality, nobody likes them.
it was just awkward. It was so weird.
Any stalking?
Guys.
Any people that, like, threaten to come to your house or say anything about where you live?
Not threatened, but
not like that.
people have found my address. That's why I moved out.
Oof.
Yeah, I would too, man.
I did-
I
mean-
could imagine, man. Like, I know we, like, ride Tracy a little bit, like, you know, especially with that thing that's been going about with her pretending to not know Islam Makhachev is. This is something horrible that, like, female celebrities have to deal with so much more than male celebrities do. It was like the people like, hey, Tracy, you want to hang out, Tracy?
People start showing
renting
up.
it out. But people started sending me mail at my house, and I'm just like, that's not okay.
No.
Yeah, no.
Like, that's, especially being a girl and living alone, I was like, that's not
Yeah,
okay.
no, that's totally fair and justified to be upset about the, hey, where are these simps dads, man? That's what I will never understand. Let's continue on to see some replies over here. Okay, to be fair, when I was... When I was at her table, she wasn't eating her fries, and I really wanted them, but I didn't want to just grab them, so I was going to wait until she was leaving, and then I was going to eat them. I agree with the reply. That is the polite thing to do. How nice of that guy to wait for Tracy Cortez to finish eating. This is probably... Dude, this is what I don't understand about people, because usually when people, like, we've all been in that situation where you're talking with people and people are kind of like lingering around too long. You get those kind of looks and they just don't get it. And then because they don't get it, you end up feeling bad for them a little bit. And you kind of like, oh, okay, there's nothing you can do. We're just going to let them be part of the conversation. It's so strange. She actually does kind of look like that. Oof. Ooh, boy. Oh, man. Let's go over the next topic over here by Dovey. I've seen this. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Brandon Royval on the UFC White House card. To fight in front of them seems like some Hunger Games type crap. I don't care to fight in front of a bunch of billionaires who couldn't care less about me. I really want to fight in front of people that are fans of MMA can relate to me. You know, with the guy that Brandon Royval is, I feel like he's probably telling the truth here. It's just, I could very well see him just trying to get that other side of the crowd on him, be like, hell yeah, Brandon Royval's so real for that. But at the same time, like, it is kind of real. I understand the comparison to the Hunger Games, but at the same time, it's a little bit weird to not want to be put on what might be the most viewed UFC card of all time. That one's a little bit of a mixed bag for me on how I feel about it. But hey, if he doesn't want to fight on it, he doesn't want to fight on it. I am more inclined to believe him, but he could just, wanting to be different from everybody else. Yeah, see? That's what I'm talking about. But again, I get it. Understandable take, understandable. New fan, every other UFC fighter is a kiss ass for those billionaires. But the thing is, man, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to be like, politics aside, why wouldn't you want to be on a monumental card like that? And then you'll comment down below and say something the same thing of like Brandon Royval said. Okay, I get it. It's just, I don't care if it's some Hunger Games crap, man. If you're in the UFC, you want that type of viewership. I don't want to fight, I don't want to fight on the most viewed card of all time. It's a little bit of a mixed bag. Maybe we can make a whole video talking about that. The Combat Sports Matrixer had this to say. Royval gets it, man. MFers like Strickland dying to fight at the White House just because he'll be fighting in front of his favorite. We're not going to be diving into that for today's video. I don't know. If people want to fight on the White House card, I'm good with that. If they don't want to fight on the White House card, I'm good with that as well. I understand both sides of that. Yeah, I mean, what fighter would want to be part of probably a once-in-a-lifetime event on the lawn of the heart of this country that's going to have all the eyeballs in the world on it? Nah, I'm good. I'd rather fight at the Apex. But the thing is, just with the guy that Brandon Royval is, I feel like he's more about he's actually more about fighting in front of the fans. But the problem is, all of those fans are going to also be watching the White House card. They're not going to be missing that. You understand what I mean in that? All right, let's continue on over to the People's MMA over here. Who know Joanna was this girly? It makes her other persona even more impressive. As a fighter, she was rude, aggressive in your face, and competitive AF. Now it's tee-hee, yellow is the new black. Let's see what this is all about. All right. Oh, okay, we're going to mute that for copyright purposes. So it's just Joanna doing a TikTok trend. Dude, a lot of people have been like really grown on Joanna as time has gone on, man. I guess like after maybe some particular amount of work that she's gotten. Just walking out, the music still playing. Yep, still the same thing. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. She's doing a good job. She's doing a good job for getting the MMA fans to like her. She's not being problematic. She's not being like how Ronda Rousey's being, I will say. A lot of people. I saw a video from a while ago that kind of stuck with me when the MMA guru was talking about Joanna. And he encapsulated how probably a lot of people feel. I'm not saying anything, but I'm taking my personal opinion out of this, okay? He's saying that it's just, she's not the best looking in the world, but there's something about her that just makes you want to try. I feel like that's what a lot of people think about Joanna Jędrzejczyk at this point. But it's crazy because more and more people have liked her as time's gone on. I can only imagine what the replies are going to be to this one. Women should and can be aggressive and feminine. It's beautiful duality we all possess. Of course, yeah, we're not going to dive into that one. That's a little bit of touchy territory over there. Cone Peasy had this to say about it. She was dying to be pretty her whole career. Do you even watch? I think so. I don't really remember, to be honest. I remember how like much of a banger her fights were compared to the rest of the division. I really, really loved watching Joanna fight. Actually, I was thinking about making a video of my favorite WMMA fighters of all time because I already have a video about my favorite MMA fighters of all time, and I don't believe there's any any women on that. But it's just like a different level of excitement, you know what I mean? Let's get... Oh, this is what I was talking about. Dude, Tracy got cooked the entire week, man. MMA on Point said, Tracy, quick, how can I sound cool, not caring, and only focused on myself and my fight? Tracy's brain. Say you don't know who's fighting in the main event of the biggest card of the year.
Because it's fight week. I don't know a lot of people. Like, I didn't.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, I didn't know who the main event was.
Stop it. She's stupid.
I'm kind of with Nina. Like, what the hell are you talking about, Tracy? Dude, the thing is, there's no way. And all of the replies to these things is just her, like, talking about Islam Makhachev or signing posters with Islam Makhachev on it.
Nina, I'm not even kidding. Like,
oh my god, I'm so quirky. I don't even know who the main event is. Look at me. I just care about myself and my career. I'm disrespecting everybody.
The co-main, because that's my main focus. But then I saw how do you say his name?
Mushroom?
What's that? The main event?
The thing is, it's funny when somebody like Rampage does it because you know he's just doing it for the sake of doing it, mispronouncing the names. She's actually trying to pretend like she doesn't know who Islam Makhachev is.
Okay. What's his name? What is it? Him.
Islam?
Islam.
Oh,
Is that his name?
Yeah, Islam.
And then I saw him and I was like, what is he doing here? My coach looked at me and he was like, he's the event.
Dude, it is just so insulting to our intelligence, man. But I guarantee you'll have the simps in the comments down below and be like, oh my god, Tracy, she's so funny. She's so funny. She didn't even know who the main event was. How quirky, Tracy.
I swear to God, I was like, oh my god. And then I got to the poster signings and I was like,
Oh, there he is.
Crazy.
I really do get judged for, and I really don't care. I don't know who else is on that card.
Well, there's a different reason why you're going to get judged for that. It's because we all know you're full of crap, Tracy Cortez, when you're talking about this. Trying to do the nonchalant gimmick is so lame, one of the top replies said. I just don't understand. I don't understand why you would want to, like, pretend like you don't know somebody. I will never understand that from people, man. It doesn't make you look cool. So what, you know who Islam Makhachev is? He's in the main event. What's the big deal? In fairness, her main hobby is looking at herself in the mirror, which doesn't leave time for much else. Yeah, and the lashes. Hey, does anybody know if she had lashes on in that last fight where she got choked out by Aaron Blanchfield, man? I don't know. But she signed 100 posters 2 days ago. She can't read? Okay, I understand that. I understand that she said that she was signing the posters, but come on. I'm not buying it for a second, man. Has she ever been on another card with Islam Makhachev? I don't know. Bro, I swear I've seen a million Tracy videos this week, and even embedded, still not one of Aaron. The disrespect, hope Aaron bashes her head in. Hey, that aged well. It was a little bit of a dominant performance, especially in that second round over there. Let's circle over to Nate Diaz on Happy Punch over here. I almost beat Dana White up in a club one time. I've seen this clip, but we'll react to it anyways.
No one ever tell me what to do.
Yeah. And
I almost beat up Dana White in a club one time here too. You should have seen it. He was like talking. Did he tell you about it?
No.
Dude, that hey, this guy that's paying me and responsible for my career, that's like not necessarily unproblematic, and because I'm Nate Diaz, I'm most likely the problem in all of the altercations that we've had. Yeah, let's talk about beating him up in a club.
You should ask him.
Do you remember that?
Allegedly.
Oh, I haven't seen Dana's response to that. I saw the clip of Nate.
Allegedly.
He was talking me other in arguments with him. Everybody had got out the show, and then we went to the club. He's like, "What's up?" You know, I was like, "The UFC, I'm gonna get out of here." He's like, "What's up?" I was like, "What's up? More money and more better fights than everyone here. You
We were drinking.
forgot me."
Also, maybe Dana was a little bit part of it, because I was thinking at the beginning, dude, I've only seen Nate's side of this. I would have thought he's 100% the problem, but if Dana's saying that they were drinking, maybe he was egging him on a little bit.
Does anybody else have any other questions?
That's funny. I've never seen Dana's angle for that. Let's see what some people had to say. Oh, yeah, the old slap. Hey, does anybody know what prompted this? I've seen this clip over the years about 1,000 times. Was it just like, for the hell of it, they decided to film Nate Diaz giving Dana White the Stockton slap? I don't know the lore behind that one. Let's continue on to what somebody else had to say. No wonder Nate nearly got booked against Hamzat. Yeah. Dude, that would have been a beyond murder right there. But we have the next topic to take a look at over here. The pound-for-pound rankings back in 2022 were a thing of beauty. Dude, I will still sit here and I will say that Prime Alexander Volkanovski is the greatest fighter of all time. We're going to make another tier list video talking about the best fighter, like, regardless of records, status, anything like that, dude. Charles Oliveira at number 3, Kamaru Usman, Francis Ngannou, Leon Edwards, Aljamain, Sterling, Dustin Poirier, Davison Figueiredo, Yuri Prochazka, Max Holloway, John Jones, Stipe Miocic, Piotr Jan, Brandon Moreno. Dude, that's a hell of a list right there. You know what makes me sad sometimes is when you see those posts about people like going back in the day for like the top rankings of just like, not even just pound for pound, just fighters in general. I don't know if we're going to see any of the replies over here. Volk Volk was gifted pound for pound number 1, if we're being honest. Absolutely not. He is, yeah, dude, Volk in his prime, man, he was an animal. But Volk in 2022, 2023, he was an animal. Well, we have February of 2023 over here, okay? So we have pound for pound, Alexander Volkanovski number 1, then Islam Makhachev, Leon Edwards, Usman, Adesanya, Pereira, Sterling, Oliveira, Moreno, John Jones, Yuri, Poirier, Hill, Whitaker, Holloway. I still think 2022 is a little bit better, to be honest with you. But still, it's crazy how nostalgic something like that can be, man. Robbie Blunt said the game moves fast, always does. It's a young man's sport. It has the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Oh, I've seen this. Guys, there's videos that are going around of Tracy, because I don't know who AI'd it or who started it, but like, I got fooled by this because I saw this and I was kind of like, you know, you don't typically see Tracy Cortez doing that type of thing, but maybe I'm just not following enough. Dude, I got completely fooled by this AI until I saw people talking about that it was AI. Look at this. I thought it was real. I actually thought that was real. But anyways, Elonov said some people should be banned from using AI, dude. You should see the crap that Grok is coming out with. And don't take that the wrong way. I'm not producing anything from Grok. It's just like every once in a while you come across things. And especially as somebody who is... And I know this is going to sound... I'm truthfully very interested in just the advancement of AI technology. I keep up on that stuff. And Grok, imagine what Grok can come up with in the NSFW stuff. It's getting very, very, very good what the technology could do. But, dude, there are more videos of Tracy doing more than just that. And I was fooled by it completely. I don't know if anybody else saw those videos, but I agree. We shouldn't be able to just do that to anybody, man. It's going to be an interesting time down the road if this is just the beginning of it. This is going to get millions of views. Earth is cooked. Burn it down. I don't want to make this a conversation about AI. I find it fascinating how real it is. It's insane to me, man. Thanks for this video distracting me and I missed the PSDKO. Oh no. Could you imagine, dude? You know what's funny? It's funny that they mentioned that because I was watching with my family and my mom started talking to me right when that fight started because my mom and I both are fans of Beneil Dariush and she was talking about Beneil. So I turned around and go, yeah, Beneil Dariush, yeah, he missed weight and then, oh, he was knocked out. So I mean, I saw the highlight, but hey, you know what? At least I wasn't staring at an AI Tracy Cortez, okay? Let's keep going over to spinning back fist over here. Mackenzie Dern looking at her belt right now, knowing Zhang is coming back down for this fight. Oh, yeah.
Dear Bruce.
Whew. Oh, yeah. Dude, she's keeping it warm right now. Weili is coming back with a vengeance, dude. Mackenzie Dern has absolutely no chance in that fight, and she's going to come down mad, Tristan said. Oh, yeah. I agree, even with Dom over here and something to prove. Mackenzie Dern is going to get wiped. She's just keeping... Yeah, that's what I said. Just keeping it warm for Weili. Just holding the belt tight. Mackenzie POV. Dude, it's funny how everybody knows exactly how that fight's going to go, eh? Let's circle over to Dovey over here. MMA Guru reaction, Islam beating JDM. Oh, boy. Oh, let's see what this is about. I saw his video about, like, breaking down all of the fights afterwards, but I didn't see his reaction.
Amazing performance from Makhachev. Amazing performance from Makhachev. Don't you just love to watch?
I understand the frustration from everybody. It's more on JDM, I will say, and there were times where I do believe that, like, if there's enough inactivity, you should obviously stand the fighters up. But what's weird to me is he likes Islam, doesn't he?
As he lays on top control in half guard for 4 minutes every round and does 0 fucking damage whatsoever.
Yeah, now I heard people talking about how there was like 1 significant strike a minute or something like that. If that's the case, there needs to be something done about that. And like, I hate the people that can get away with just like laying on people by going like, and that counts as a strike. Just like this little thing, or like to the face, and they literally do this, like, it reminds me of, like, you know that clip of Bo Nickel punching Cody Brundage, and he's like, it seems like some people on top just have that type of, like, they do that type of power just to have some activity, and it literally doesn't affect you one little bit.
Amazing win. Wicked performance. Wow, how fun to watch this inbred freak.
Oh, God, okay, we're done. We're done. I like my channel over here, okay? We're not... YouTube, very grateful to be on the platform over here. We're talking about what's going viral, what's trending. We're just reporting the news over here. This is always funny, and I agree Islam's the GOAT, but some can be upset about the lack of action. It's fair. Yeah, I wouldn't expect anybody to enjoy that type of fight, especially if you just like lay down and there's not exactly all that much to do. Someone else had this to say, you can't fix this really. Even if they stood him up after 30 seconds, he would just take him back down. Just part of the sport. Jack should have trained a year, takedown defense, and nothing else. Yeah, that's the problem with today. And then the fight might have been even more boring because then people would just be saying something along the lines of like, oh, not again. That would be it. Jack would maybe like throw one shot. Let's continue on that, guys. I've seen this too. Have you guys seen this? Patricio Pitbull, keep your head held up high, champ. Tracy Cortez MMA, dude. You gotta check out some of these replies over here. People have just been grilling him. Hey, Patricio, thanks again for letting me borrow your Ferrari last weekend after you saved my dogs from that burning building. It was really nice of you. And people tagging Tracy Cortez. So there was a mixture of that stuff, and then there's a mixture of, yeah, this type of stuff. You're not cracking that. Yeah, out of everybody that lost, and I'm not familiar with like whether or not they're friends, but even if they're like relatively close, you would think that he would just like message her. So maybe he was shooting a shot, maybe at Tracy Cortez. And us, dude, the problem is, this is funny, right? She's not letting you hit, little bro, but the fact that people have the audacity online and are so comfortable behind their screens to talk to a UFC fighter, somebody who you definitely wouldn't say that to their face, calling them lil bro. It's funny. It's funny, but I just can't believe the audacity of some people, man. Someone posted this is obviously encapsulates how a lot of people are viewing this situation right here, and it's going to be a tough one to land, but let's continue on over to the MMA Homie podcast. The exact moment Leon Edwards got knocked out by Carlos Prates. Dude, I don't know why he looked like that. He looked so happy, like, yeah, give me another shot right in the face right now. Oh, poor Leon. What can you do? And then just boom. And it's like he kept smiling, man. Knocked him out. Wow. Knocked him out into a wet dream. Look how he was smiling. That shit was diabolical. Oh my god. Leon getting knocked out and having a wet dream. Dude, that's actually really funny. He's about to see. Okay. I don't know if this is okay to talk about either. So there's a reply again. We're just reporting the news over here, YouTube. But let's get into the next post. Another one by Leon Edwards. Why is Leon Edwards' name on the canvas? That's not what I expected to. I thought we were going to have some sort of commentary about Valentina Shevchenko's position right now. But yeah. Why is Leon Edwards' name there? Huh. It's actually there. It's not AI, I'm guessing. Huh. Weird. I don't know. Maybe a memorial. Yeah, it's where the body of Leon Edwards lied, man. It's something else that it's called a gravestone. Dude, why did I not think to say that? That's actually really funny. Buried where he lies. Oh. I love it. Imagine getting knocked out and that's the picture of you. You're like, you have one eye crossed and you're smiling as you're eating another shot. Let's keep going over to the next topic over here, guys. Someone just said Joanna can fucking get it. Yeah, like I said, man, people have been liking Joanna more and more with time. What else am I supposed to say to that? People are liking Joanna these days, man. Let's see what some people had to say. I thought it was going to be another simp comment, but I can't believe her head swelled up like that, man. Nothing hotter than a flat-chested broad with CTE. Oh my god, dude. If you guys want to continue with this type of video, why don't you check out our last Explore page recap right here. I'd love to have you over there. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care, everybody.